Who is the Philippine national hero? Who is Dr. Jose Rizal? In this video, let us learn the life, works, and legacy of the Philippine national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. Jose Rizal is a Filipino Renaissance man or polymath who has an extraordinarily broad and comprehensive knowledge, expertise, education, experiences, philosophy, and intelligence. He died because of his martyrdom, in which helped spark the Philippine Revolution against the Spanish occupation in the Philippines. His complete name is Dr. Jose Protasio Rizal Mercado y Alonso Rialonda. He was born on June 19, 1861 in the town of Calamba, province of Laguna, Philippines. He was the seventh among the 11 children of Francisco Rizal Mercado y Alejandro and Teodora Alonso Rialonda y Quintos. At an early age, he showed outstanding intelligence and aptitude for learning. In fact, he had a tutor from a nearby town in Binyan, Laguna, in person of Justiniano Aquino Cruz. But the education in a small town and from a tutor did not sufficiently meet Jose's thirst for knowledge. As a result, the Mercado family sent him to Ateneo Municipal de Manila, a school managed by the Jesuit order and one of the most prominent and academic institutions at that time, which attended to the rich, powerful, and most intelligent students that the Philippines had. Being a son of a prosperous landowners, Jose Rizal took up a degree in land surveying and assessment at the Ateneo de Municipal de Manila, where he graduated with honors on the 14th of March, 1877, at the age of 17. A year after, he took and passed the licensure examination for land surveying and assessment, but was not given a license until 1881 when he turned 21 years old. In 1878, he enrolled at the University of Santo Tomas and took up a degree in philosophy to pursue his passion for the arts. Although he really excelled in philosophy, he shifted to study medicine and specialized in ophthalmology due to the impending blindness of his mother. Unfortunately, 4 years after, he left the medical program in 1882 due to the discrimination of the Dominican professors in medicine against the Filipino students. With his beliefs and hope to acquire further education, he traveled to Spain without telling his parents, but with the support of his older brother Paciano. He spent a total of 10 years in Europe, honing his skills, polishing his personality, enhancing his natural talents, opening his eyes to the world, and strengthening his devotion to his motherland. In Spain, he continued to study the courses that were stopped in the Philippines and enrolled at the Universidad Central de Madrid, where he graduated with a degree of medicine in 1884 and a year later graduated with a degree in philosophy and letters from the same institution. After completing these two courses, he traveled to France and studied at the University of Paris. In his pursuit to increase his knowledge to his chosen field of specialization, ophthalmology, He studied at the University of Heidelberg in Germany under the supervision of Professor Otto Becker. While he was in Europe, he wrote various poems, stories, and novels. And one of the popular novels is the Nole Me Tangere, wherein it means the social cancer in English. Nole Me Tangere is a passionate exposure of the evil doings of the Spanish rulers in the Philippines. This was first published on 1887. This novel was followed by a sequel entitled El Filibusterismo, which means the reign of the greed in English. This was published on 1892. While he was still in Europe, he became a member and a writer of a famous newspaper entitled La Solidaridad, published in Barcelona. Some of his political program include the integration of the Philippines as a province of Spain, the representation of the Philippines in the Spanish Parliament, the replacement of Spanish friars by the Filipino priests, freedom of assembly and expression, and equality of Filipinos and Spaniards before the law. On 1892, he returned back to the country from Europe. This time, he founded the La Liga Filipina, a non-violent reform society in Manila, that resulted to his deportation to Dapitan, Zamboanga del Norte, northwest of Mindanao, for almost 4 years. The writings of Rizal reached to the members of the Katipunan, which was led by Andres Bonifacio. Without the consent of Jose Rizal, he became a member of this Katipunan movement that revolted against the Spain in 1896. As a result, Jose Rizal was arrested and tried for sedition by the military. He was found guilty. He was publicly executed by a firing squad in Bagumbayan, Manila. But before the day of his execution, Jose Rizal managed to write the Ultimo Adios, or the last farewell, while he was confined in Fort Santiago. Since then, December 30 marks the Jose Rizal's Day, the day that proved that he is worthy to be called the national hero for the Philippines and the Filipino people.